What is something cheap and easy that you can get that will help you be successful in a trade? Let me let you in on a little secret. This little tiny item that costs a couple bucks either from Walmart, or you can go to the Dollar Tree or go to Walgreens. You can get it probably from any store, but this little item will help you significantly, or at least it helped me a lot. And this little item is this. Now what is this? Well, it's exactly what it looks like. This is just a little notebook that fits either in my shirt pocket or my pants pocket. Now, how is this gonna help you be successful in a trade? I'll explain. Just to give you a little of a backstory, when I was in a lineman apprenticeship, when I first got started in the trade, I knew next to nothing. I basically knew nothing. So I was throwing a whole bunch of stuff every single day. You know, inside of a trade like the lineman trade, or any trade really when it comes down to it, there's a lot of moving parts and there's just a lot of things. There's different tools, a different material, different jobs. Like there's so many things that you have to learn and be able to like memorize and adapt to. That's a lot when you're a 19, 20-year-old and you have not a whole lot of life experience or even real life experience out in the real world, right? So I stumbled across getting one of these, and now this thing helped me significantly. Like I said, getting thrown into an industry where there's so many different things, and as an apprentice, you're expected to learn and memorize all these things no matter where you go, who you're working with, where you're working. Your duty as an apprentice or even a helper or a groundman, be able to pick up on things and learn. That's one of the key things about becoming an apprentice. If you're not able to learn and retain information, then you're not very valuable. This was something that helped me do that. Just for example, inside this notebook, I wrote down a whole bunch of stuff. If my journeyman was saying, hey Austin, make sure at the end of the day, you grab this tool and grab these pieces of material, load them on the truck, so for tomorrow we're ready to go. Instead of having to do it in the morning and having him tell me again, I would be like, instead of just being, oh, hey, okay, I'll memorize that. I'm not gonna memorize that because I'm gonna get told 1,000 different things after that to do other things. I'm just gonna forget about what he told me because he told me at 6 o'clock in the morning and then I was told 100 different things by the end of the day. Like I said, it's so hard to try to memorize everything. I'll just jot it down in my notebook. Bill, my journeyman, would be like, hey Austin, make sure you grab that hold stick. Make sure you grab 3 cutouts. Hey, I need you to frame up and build that transformer too. And I'd be like, yes sir. I'd take my pen, I'd write down, okay, grab hold stick, grab 3 cutouts, build and frame transformer, write it down. That way I would not forget, because I tend to forget. And the last thing I wanna do is forget to do that and then show up the next day at work and Bill's like, Austin, did you grab the hold stick, the 3 cutouts and build that transformer? And I'd be like, nope, I didn't. I owe you a bottle of whiskey. And that's how it goes, right? So it was very important, and it is very important to memorize. If you have good memory, then heck, you probably don't need this. But for me, I didn't have the greatest of memory. I always figured that being able to write something down actually psychologically helps you remember stuff better. So not even just the journeyman telling me, hey Austin, do this or grab this. I would also have in here things like, how do I build a cross arm assembly? How do I build a cross arm? How do I construct a cross arm? I have in here written down all the pieces of material that I needed, you know, insulators, square washers, flat braces, matching, like all kinds of stuff. So when I knew I needed to build a cross arm because we're doing a distribution pole change out, I could refer back to here and realize, okay, yeah, this is what I need to build a cross arm, and this is how I do it. Now, obviously, after doing it a couple times physically, doing it, then it becomes repetition, and then by you physically doing, you're able to learn more as well. These were things like when I first started out. You know, obviously, once you do it multiple times in repetition, then you should be able to pick it up and not have to refer back to your notebook every single time. That might be kind of an issue. Your first few times, at least you'll have it here. I had a picture drawn out of how do I frame a transformer, you know, 8 feet of number 4 copper solid, 8 feet of number 6 copper solid, a squirrel guard lightning arrestor, a arrestor bracket, a cutout, all this stuff. Obviously now I know how to build a transformer, but when I first got into distribution, I didn't know how to. These things were foreign to me, so I had to learn, and this was something that I did to help me learn I could go home, look at these pictures, study up a little bit, because hey, I want to go to work with the mentality of learning something new every single day, and I still do, even as a journeyman. It doesn't matter. I still like to have the mentality to just keep your brain. You don't want to get monotonous and just be like, oh yeah, I know everything, because I don't. I know about 5% of the lineman industry. There's a whole bunch more to learn out there. I wrote down just a lot of good stuff in this notebook. You know, all the different connector sizes, you know, the different parts of a underground primary wire. I got, you know, the semiconductor, the insulation, the concentric neutral, the jacket, the conductor. This was a tool that I found that could help me, that was super easy, super cheap to get. Like I said, you can probably pick one of these up from anywhere. As an apprentice, I typically always carried my notebook, a pen, a roll of tape, my Kleins in my back pocket. This thing will fit. Most FR shirts have a pocket right here, so I'd always carry this in my pocket, pair of Kleins and some tape in my pants pockets. This is just suggestions from me, you know, from going through it, and these are things that I found that helped me, just little tip and tricks here and there that, you know, help me, because it's not easy. You may talk to guys who'd be like, oh yeah, no problem, you know, I just memorized it, and it's like, good for you. But for me, I wasn't like that. I found that it really helped me to jot it down in my notebook, and then I could go home, learn from it. By doing so, help me learn it. Pretty self-explanatory. I feel like this could not only help you in the lineman trade, I'm sure any trade that you get into, if you start in HVAC, plumbing, electrical, construction, concrete, ironworking, steam fitting, it doesn't really matter what trade you get into. Having a notebook and just jotting things down as you go throughout the day, like key points that journeyman tells you, hey, this, or you see a journeyman doing something or him talking about something, you're like, hey, that's good, I should remember that. Instead of just saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna remember that. Take out your notebook, write it down. You know, if it's a little tip or a trick, write it down. I'm telling you from personal experience, by writing it down is going to help you memorize it and just help you be a little bit more successful, help you in your endeavors going through your apprenticeship. Because like I said, it's not easy. There's a lot of things thrown at you. You're the low man on the totem pole. Guys are telling you to do this and do that and grab this, make sure you have this ready, all this stuff. And it's like, there's hundreds of things every single day that you're supposed to memorize and do. One thing that you can do is write those things down as they come up. So you have a list, you can refer back to your list and then check them off. Oh yeah, that's right, I need to do this, I need to grab this. Oh, this is how I build that transformer. This is how I build that cross arm. Oh, this is the spec for this. You could see, pretty self-explanatory, how having this little notebook could help you be successful in a trade of your desire. Hopefully you can learn from this video, because here at Blueprint, here to expose, teach, and educate you about blue collar opportunities and things that are gonna help you in the skilled trades. Today was, well, how can a $2 notebook and a pen help you be more successful in the trade? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on bell notifications for future blue collar content, and I'll see you on the next one.